let's just jump right into it, shall we? Where... sorry, baddie girl. There you go. You are admitted into the room now. And it didn't... There it goes. Cool. Where last we left our heroes, the camera zipped away from them to go over to the Monday game. So as it's watching all of the characters in that game coming back down the mountain to re-enjoy life before they head onto their world-happy journey across the world-submerged seas, the camera turns and zips back up towards the sky as it exits back through as it starts careening across vast numbers of oceans and plains. The poor duck that got hit last time is just managing to rewrite itself before it gets hit with the camera once more, and you hear a splash as it falls into the ocean. And the camera pulls into Vesturin over top of the cloudy skies, where it sees two of our favorite people, Jackie and Sibbly and Percy, all ending their meeting. With that, they begin going their separate ways, with Percy leaving with Sibbly. Sibbly explaining to Percy what is going on, and Jackie heading off into the night. But before that, we had entered in on this beautiful, both beautiful and war-torn city, where machines and magic have taken precedence to basically commingle and coexist. We found several different heroes, from Jackie, the almost I would say a mafioso drug pusher, a Jayce, our vigilante Batman man, Persephone, our under the rock Batgirl, who's not Batmaning but will probably Batman soon, and Sibbly, our cleric of questionable morals. Nothing is ever what it seems in this city. But as the council members are cracking down on a steady supply of Bliss that's been coming into the city, that has been helping out the residents, as well as Sibley's father and Jackie's drug enterprises, we needed a new way how to get it. Coming together, we started assembling a group that can go out into the forgotten realms that only Jackie knows, to pick Bliss from the wilds, where he knows where it's at. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this. Don't mind me. I've been dealing with shit all day, and I am absolutely out of energy, and instead of going for the energy drink, I went for the beer. The non-alcoholic beverage in what looks like a beer bottle. It's fine. So with that, let's just get right into it. Jackie, as you're wandering away from the scene, you're heading back to the guild hall, as you very well know it, letting them know about your... And I didn't close out any of my goddamn windows, so I gotta scroll all the way through Sovalia. I am such a fucking mess today. You find yourself moving through the alleyways on your way to meet up with Flint and Griff. Just Griff, really. Fuck Flint. And you feel the shadows begin to creep in around you. A dark, looming presence as it cascades through the alleyways, smothering all light as it's going past. These small electrical lights that dot this alleyway start flickering out one by one, as you hear a presence behind you. And I should really change the cityscape away from birds. It seems you found another. Someone who can take a deal. A head of a deer proceeds to pull from this blackened shadow. The deer itself is entirely a skull, just floating, pure pristine white, with horns made of branches, several points, all with dead leaves hanging from them. These branches already quite dead. I could help her and her family. You should introduce us. The skull swings in front of you, awaiting your answer. You proceed down the alleyway and feel that presence stalking over your shoulder, guiding blind, and only for the fact that you've wandered these alleyways many, many a time before. You don't need your eyes for these. It's all muscle memory at this point. You know I'm good for it. I could bring her back. Bring her father back from the throes of death, just like her. The twists and turns of the alleyway lessen on their paths as you close closer and closer to the door. Just think about it. The voice begins to fade as the skull pulls down the alleyway and the shadows pull themselves like a blanket over your view, and you are standing in front of the door. You hear Griff and Flint inside, conversating, talking about a new job, something that Flint's picked up. It's hard to hear through the door. I'm telling you, you're just going into another one. Stay out of the administration district. Look, I'm telling you, it's a good cause. He's not even going to be there this time around. Besides, it's one of 3 jobs I'm currently looking at. I have some ideas in the works. And Flint looks over to you. Hey! Well, if it isn't the man himself, what's going on, Jackie? Alright, hear me out. We've been Alright, are we gonna go back here again, Buster? You're talking about... I'm sorry, I missed what you said. And Griff turns around and goes, and look, I'm sure you're thinking really good about this new job that you're on, alright? And I don't care that the councilmen are currently pushing down on us. We're not robbing Capo. That's the last straw. Unless you can find a way in and a way out, and a better group, because you're going to need a lot of them to get in and get out of there. There ain't no point in it. Alright. Alright. Look, I'm just saying, the dragon's got a pretty big horde, alright? Look, if you guys keep thinking about all this small time shit, we're gonna have to think something else. Can't keep pushing drugs forever. Yeah. He starts walking out the door, and as he's closing it behind him, fucking Buster. And he shuts the door. Griff kind of presses his face into his hands and just starts rubbing his eyes. He's a work in progress. We're going to get the things worked out. He's got something going on in the Crafters District, too. That one's looking a bit more promising. But all in due time. What you want? Something I should be concerned about, Jackie? You know I don't like surprises. Alright. You keep your head down, your nose clean, got it? And for fuck's sake, take care of yourself out there. Alright, get out of here before I fucking change my mind or cry or some shit. I want to see what he can bring in. If he's just going to keep throwing us jobs that aren't worth taking, then really what's the point of having him around? But fuck it. I think I think... I think I'm going to take the time while you're out. I think I'm going to take the time while you're out and show him a bit of the ropes. Show him what we're looking for and what we're doing. Maybe if he sees, he can learn by example. Hey, worked, didn't it? Well, you know if you need me, just send me a note about Sky Time, alright? You need anything from me? We still got some health potions in the back. He gets up from the chair, heads into the back room, pulls out two very dusty health potions, tosses them over towards you. Just mind them, they're probably going to taste like shit. The expiration date was yesterday. that the camera clips from this scene and moves to Sibbly and Percy on the way back home. As you guys are walking back to the monorail, you get up on the monorail, and it begins its trestle back into the Crafters District. A new job in tow, being able to leave the city, and knowing that there is a hero escort that's probably going to be needed to help us out, that is being taken care of. What do you guys talk about on the way back, if anything at all? We I just imagine the I just imagine that the birds Pino and Grigio are the two mobbers of the swarm. They just fly in. Yeah, see? Cool, bitch. Ooh, that's not good.
On us, though. You do have blackmail.
Thank you, Cubone.
I mean, that's fair, but I only thought you were friends.
I don't know if that's enough for your father not to kill me in this instance.
Honestly, he
I'm
might.
just saying.
Honestly, he might make it look like an accident.
Okay. Yeah, see? That's what I thought. Okay, just convince him very well. Okay? Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
totally, totally. I can do this. I can totally convince him.
cool.
Cool. Working as
Un-
an innkeeper, making food, making beds.
Not dangerous at all.
Nothing dangerous. Nothing dangerous.
nope.
All
Mm-mm.
right. So with that, are you hopping off to go home, Percy?
Yep.
Cool. You hop off, and Sibley adventures forth. And as you are venturing forth, Sibley, you take note of somebody who is hanging out outside of the Chantry District. Somebody who is lingering close by your home. And you recognize this person as Percy's father.
Oh.
As,
Mm.
as you spot him and he notices you, he comes over and goes, oh, hi, sorry, I know we don't typically do this. We normally go by birds. I'm going to send a bunch of them over here. I need a few days worth of blood packs. Is that okay?
A few days?
We're talking like 3 or 4.
Wow. For what?
Well, truth be told, the Heroes Guild is requesting me for a mission, and I have to go and pull some people out of some things. And I want to just make sure that Percy's going to be okay while I'm gone. Here, and he takes out a satchel of gold and hands it to you. This should cover all the expenses.
God. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Do you need me to check in on her at all, or?
She should be fine. If you feel like you need to, or that you just want to give her some company, that would be appreciated. She does tend to get lonely, and I don't really want to leave her out in the cold. I'm just not too keen to be working with anybody from Xavier's party, but here we are.
Oh,
Appar-
gotcha. That man.
There's been somebody who's come into town recently. They were from an older Heroes Guild unit. They were a recruit. They hadn't made their passages yet, but they're they're doing some pretty bad things, and we're looking to stop them. But it's going to take me out of town for a bit, so you got to do what you must. Anyway,
Okay.
I thank you deeply, Sibley. I'll send the birds over in a minute.
No problem. Okay.
And
Just just remember, not directly to the inn. Remember,
right,
the
right.
woodshed.
It's the woodshed behind.
Yes.
Has something been going on? Have they been going to the window?
No, no, it wasn't a problem. Just kind of,
Okay,
kind of a little bit of a distraction. That was all. No problem.
okay, just making sure. I want to make sure that they're all listening to me. It's really weird if any of them aren't. All right, and he tops his coat and he goes, "Thank you very kindly." And he starts hurrying off back towards the monorail, grabbing hold of it and hopping on to leave.
Sibley's gonna kind of take a quick glance around to make sure that there wasn't anybody kind of watching said exchange, because typically, that's not a normal exchange just out in the open for her. So she just is gonna take a quick glance around to make sure that she's not being watched.
You take a quick look around, and at first you don't see anybody, but then you just feel a presence over your right shoulder, And as you quickly whirl around in like almost a defensive position, like what the fuck had this person sneak up on me? It's old man. He's bald on the head. He's got like three straight hairs that are going which ways than that. He's got a small bit of hair that kind of comes down the back and cuts to about a midway of his shoulders. His one eye is like almost bulging out of his head, while the other eye looks like he's fallen asleep on it. You see that he's kind of listing back and forth with only like the three teeth that are on the upper row of his mouth, with a full set of bottom teeth. He's got his glasses half cocked down his face, and he goes, "You make a nice couple." And he starts wandering away before he starts singing to himself.
Well then. Sometimes I wonder if the city can get any weirder. Shh, it's gonna wander off back on home.
And you make it back home with all due purpose. Your brother has been since put to bed. Your mother's kind of hanging out in the kitchen cleaning up everything, and your father is back in his room as well, but you can hear the gentle moans of him being in pain and trying not to let anybody else hear it. Your mother kind of getting frustrated doing dishes, and as you walk through the door, she goes, "Oh, Sibbly, welcome home. Sorry, it's just been a very long day."
Lots of customers?
Loads. And one that's looking to rent out a room for a few days, but should bring in some good money. Although he was making some comments about your father, I think I'm just going to put him at the farthest end of the house so he doesn't have to hear him.
Hmm. Comments in, what way exactly?
More along asking if there's anything that he could do. He hears the pain, if there's something he can assist with. But it seems disingenuous.
Hmm. One of
More like
those again.
More like he's trying to stop a baby from crying.
Yeah. Other end of the house probably is best. I'll post up for the night. How's that sound?
It's all good. Apparently he's headed out today to do some other things. He won't be back until the morning. But at least it'll be several good days of income. Do you mind if we switch you and your brother's room for those few days? Your brother's down the end of the hall too.
Yeah, why don't we move Jayce down to the end where father is as well?
That sounds good. She proceeds to open up the fridge and pulls out a small plate, a ceramic white dish with a topper on it, and she puts it on the table and pops it open. And she goes, "Apple pie? I made a little for our guests. It got pretty much devoured, but there's still like 2 slices left."
Yeah, I'll probably have some here shortly. Do you need help with the dishes at all? Do you want me to finish that up?
I've got this, but if you could take the garbage, that would be nice.
Always.
Thank you, dear. And she goes back to scrubbing the dishes. And with
Sibley will
that,
go around and kind of collect everything up and kind of head out back, kind of take a peek at the sky to see if there's any birds headed this way.
as you head out back and start taking a peek to see if there's any birds headed this way, there's not sight or sound of birds yet, but it's going to take him a minute to get home. So it's up to you if you want to wait for a bit out back or if you want to go in and take care of some stuff.
Nope. She's gonna head right back in.
All right. With that, as you proceed to start heading upstairs, you'll hear your father at the end of the hall, trying his best to muffle his own pains. You see the now shut doors of the Raven's Rest. New guests have made themselves at home. What would you like to do?
Probably go and take out the coin that Percy's father had given her. Go at least toss it under her bed,
All
where
right.
she keeps majority of her crap. Um, and kind of prep it, knowing that she's going to be switching with her brother. Um, and then probably head to go check on her father.
You maneuver down the hallway to your father's, bypassing the staircase, and as you proceed to reach your hand out towards the doorknob, you feel an oppressive presence behind the door. A familiar presence. And as you twist the knob of the door and slide it open, you'll hear your father as he hits another coughing fit and see, standing next to his bed, a dark, shadowy figure, wreathed in a cloak, a scythe in hand, and the teeth of a skull peeking out underneath of a hood, watching him. He looks up as he notices you and goes, oh, welcome back, Sibbly. I trust it went well.
Every day.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I think I pushed myself too hard today. Greeting guests and showing them to their rooms. He shakily starts to sit up and then opens up the top drawer of his desk, pulling out his vaporizer and starting to unscrew the hinge to it.
Sibley will kind of walk up and she'll actually take it from him and get it prepped for him and then hand it over.
Thank you, love. He offers a smile before taking it in his hand. He puts the pipe to his mouth, and with that crackling fire noise, the end of it turns orange, and you'll watch as that reaper that's sitting by his bed ghosts away. His essence from the cloak turning to vapor as it leaves just the skull lingering before the skull disappears as well on the winds. It's a wonder. We're clerics, and yet there's some things even the gods can't help us with. But this is just a method in paying our dues, is it not? He proceeds to blow out a smoke cloud, and as that smoke cloud releases from his mouth, you will see a trail begin to maneuver, and 4 people wandering down that trail. A father and a mother. On the right hand of the mother's side is a small child, and on the left side of the father is a daughter, roughly your age. They wander down a pathway dotted and lined with trees as a sun slowly crests over the mountainside, replaced by stars and a moon. And he smiles. just taking in this vapor that he blew out. I'm sorry I put you out so much. In due time, the gods will see fit to bless me once more, and I'll have the strength to carry on. To walk with you and your mother and Jayce. See those stars once more.
I'll make sure it happens.
So, he taps the end of his his vape on the end table that sits next to him. Have you taken any jobs recently? Any new ventures? What's new in the life of Sibbly?
Nothing much, just keeping our streets as safe as I can keep them. Healthy. Well, as healthy as I can, considering what's out there.
You can't save everybody, but you can find comfort in those who you help along the way. But above all, always keep in mind the cleric's creed. A cleric is no use to anyone if they don't heal themselves.
Yeah, I know.
With that, you hear a boom against the window. And you recognize the sound of your bedroom window getting hit. As your father looks at you, kind of quizzically at first, and he goes, "Children."
Yeah, they like to play, whether it's daytime or night.
Go on. I know you like to scamper them off.
She'll
as he-
take his hand and kind of pick it up and draw a quick pattern in his hand and go, yeah. Run him off, scare him off. I mean, whether they're children or adults.
He blows out another puff of smoke as you're drawing in his hand, and you see kids playing outside, as well as himself and Jayce. They're tossing a ball back and forth before you come outside and tussle with some of the kids, just playing with them and having a good time. Your mother comes out and calls something, but it's lost on the winds, as the Bliss does not really transmit sound. But you see your father smile and nod at your mother before Jayce runs in, and you shortly follow afterwards, and the kids disperse. With that scene coming to a close, you head over to your window and see Chardonnay on your windowsill, just pecking at your window with his beak. And looking out, looking out your window, you see all of the rest of the birds are chilling out by the shelter, right out by the shed. They're all following the direction. It's just this motherfucker.
Yep.
And with that, the scene will change over to Percy. As you have climbed back into your house, you've noticed that your father isn't there. Thinking that a bit strange, you probably wander around for a minute. I don't know if there's anything you want to do before he comes home.
I first look for the birds. Or is just to make sure? If the birds are gone, then I'm like, okay.
No, at the moment, because of the time differential, the birds are here, and you see that Chardonnay is extra poofed up. It looks like Chardonnay is ready to go. There is a mission, and Chardonnay is ready to take that mission full force. You see his head tucked into his body, his feathers all plumped up.
I make sure there's not a nest being formed.
You make sure there's not a what?
I'll check to see if there's not a nest being formed.
There is not a nest being formed for Chardonnay.
Okay. You look a little happy for yourself.
However, you can roll animal handling if you wish to determine something or anything.
That's a 9 plus... animal handling? So that's a 14.
A 14? You don't want to speak too soon, and it's a little weird because, like, with Swarm Keepers, it's more in the ratio to know when to breed your birds, but something might be going on with Chardonnay. Unsure what, because, you know, they're usually all kept separate, but Chardonnay's acting funny.
Where did you hide the body, Chardonnay?
You'll see a Chardonnay hops around a little bit, scooching from side to side before it tucks its head all the way into its neck, and then goes and puffs its head out as that coo comes out.
So long as Dad doesn't find out.
You'll watch as Chardonnay then flies down to the bottom of the cage and starts kicking and ripping up the newspaper that's at the bottom of his cage. On the newspaper, you see a current world event. That current world event, I have to flip back through my notes real quick. I'm sorry.
Like
Is
Chardonnay for it.
I hate how I have this organized. I have to do better. Click, click. Cool. All right. So you see a hot-blooded argument. Lady Constance Aveline speaks out versus Councilman Azarel Markova.
As I look at my notes to double check. Which councilmans are which councilmans?
Councilman Markova is for the Market District, and Lady Constance Aveline is just a noble.
Okay.
A very loud-spoken, outspoken person against the council people in general.
Okay. So is this like was this like a recent issue, or has this been like...
It seems like it happened yesterday, judging by the paper, and it's torn up. With that, you have Chardonnay is now poofed and is hopping across the cage, and the door opens up, and your father walks in.
Hello?
Yep, there you are. Now we hear you.
Hi.
Oh, Percy, you're up. Listen, he heads over and starts opening up all of the bird cages. He goes, I'm going to be out for a little bit, a few days. The Heroes Guild is calling me to attention and to help out. I was thinking, I'm going to have the birds go out and pick you up some grub so that you have something available here. But if you wanted, we could talk to your mother and see if you can stay there for a few days. I know that you don't like being alone.
I mean, yeah, I could hang out with Sibby, help her out around the inn and everything.
Oh. Okay.
Or wait, go over to her house. Go over to Mom's house.
Yeah, I was
Or would you-
thinking if you're uncomfortable staying here by yourself, we can.
No,
I
no.
can talk
I
to
mean,
you.
I'm good staying here by myself and everything.
Are you sure? Your mom would love to have
I
you.
mean, listen, I got Cinnamon with me. As Cinnamon pokes up.
Cinnamon just like falls out of your cloak. You see him hanging there. As long as you're okay.
Totally. I'll be perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about.
And he walks over and he looks at Chardonnay and he goes, "Oh, somebody's ready to go." And as he opens up the door for Chardonnay's cage, Chardonnay, like a fireball, shoots out of his cage and flies straight into the fucking window. You just hear, boom, and then he hits the ground. He goes, "Oh, I'm glad you have a dense head, but what's got you? What has you all in a tizzy?" And he picks up the bird.
Can I cure wounds?
You could totally cure wounds him because now his mouth is just open and agape, and he's just. And you cure wounds, Chardonnay. It doesn't seem to improve his demeanor at all. And as your father opens out the window, Chardonnay is the first to get out, and he's on his way.
Jeez. All speed and no brains.
You see your father is mildly concerned about what just happened with Chardonnay, and he goes,
I really think you need to get that bird some help.
"I do too. He's displaying a lot of problematic behaviors lately, and I'm just concerned. I don't want to have to do anything, but he's one of my best birds. So
It's all the butt pat.
He does a really good job.
it's just really overstimulated recently."
I don't know. I mean,
Well,
is everything going good on your end? Like maybe it's your end. Like animals tend to sense that. So I don't know. Then again, it's just Chardonnay.
maybe. You know how I feel about working with Xavier. Oh, he's so pompous and full of himself. But I suppose you have some bragging rights when you're the #1 hero.
Is it just you, or is it anybody else going?
It's a few of us. There was a heroes group that went out recently, and all but one of them wiped. And it seems that the one that's come back, well, he's not all there. So we're trying to see if we can locate him. But as we're trying to find him, many a man has fallen into ambush after ambush. Something has got this man up in arms, and we need to figure out what it is.
Oh, if you need me to sign up to join the Heroes Guild.
No, we're not.
You can't blame me for trying.
What am I gonna do with you? As he ruffles your hair, and then heads to his room to start packing his bag.
Do you need me to get you some food? Get your rations?
Oh, that would be lovely. You know I always love your home-cooked meals.
I get to work.
With that, the camera changes to an overhead view. Somebody watching the night like a hawk, as things are getting up to their usual no-good bullshit. And you have a funny feeling.
Well, let me first.
You've got a funny feeling. Just an instant, an inkling. that something is going to be happening in the market district. After all, with everything that had just taken place, it wouldn't be too unusual for somebody to try and return to the scene of the crime if they were feeling frisky. And sure enough, you see a very familiar building. The Golden Gullet. The house of that duck that was robbed, and all of his gold and jewels taken out of the window. His hastily patched up window has been replaced with a thinner layer of glass as he's trying to wait for the better stuff to come along. But you see the door to his shop is wide open, and it's very late at night. That shouldn't be a thing. And soon, the glass shatters once more as a bag goes out the window with a little gnomish fellow following after it. And you just hear the sounds of feet clapping against the ground as you hear, "Ah, not again! Ah!"
Oh, poor fucking bastard.
And I put a picture of the Golden Gullet operator up in chat. This is from our lovely Cubone.
Oh my god, it's
He's so
fantastic.
sad.
Poor duck.
Heck
He's so
yeah.
sad.
You can see more of her
Right.
work on her TikTok page. Also Q and then Bone. But she does a lot of our art for this show, and that's one of the things that she drew for that one. But
Oh, that's
I enjoy
awesome.
it. We also have him inside the shop, so if we ever decide to go get jewelry at some point in time, I have that one too.
We'll
That's
all
fantastic.
metagame to go to that shop.
But with that,
I'll
Jayce.
find out how to bring it up.
With that, Jayce, you are on. You see this gnomish fellow is making, with breakneck pace, to try and get through the Crafters District, because he's going back to the dockyard tonight.
Does it seem like one of the ones who like I just got?
No, this guy seems like he's just trying to profiteer off of the last job that
all
just
the stuff
happened.
going on.
Yeah.
He's like, they failed. Guess I'm a try. I will move in, hop on some rooftops, kind of tracking him. And while I track him, I kind of want to be on the lookout for anybody else with these break-ins. I'm assuming it's gonna be a little more on alert.
All right. So as you're trying to stay on the lookout for more things that are going on, the duck man pursues the thief for quite some time as he's trying to get his stuff back. The guards immediately start getting on this gnome, trying to catch him. And as you're perusing across the rooftops, you get over top of the gate between the Crafters District and the Market District, and the gnome walks through and he no longer has the goods. You see him shuffle off and down into a back alley. Nary a bag on sight.
I will go to stealth. Try to do a like an Assassin's Creed kind of drop.
All right. And are you trying to just get up behind him, or are you trying to get him?
Yeah, if I can just pin him, then I'll go for that.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
This be an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
grapple?
it'd be athletics check to grapple.
It's not great unless I add my proficiency to this.
I would hope that
know
you're
if I do
proficient in
that.
vigilanteing.
It'll be terrible if you get caught
do.
this early.
Yep.
You need to get at least into double digits with instructions to get caught.
Jake is just gonna be looking at his watch like, where the fuck is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
So it just has +3, but I have my proficiency in it. So I don't know. Oh, because it's strength and not like a dex thing. That makes sense. So that is a 9.
All right. With a 9, you sweep down and unfortunately miss the grapple on this guy by literally 1 point. He squirrels out of your grip and he starts booking it down the alleyway. And you notice that he's kind of running almost along the wall in his pathway. It looks like he's trying to lead you in the furthest way possible away from where he just was.
I try to circumvent him.
All right.
I'm watching his weird movements. I'm like, all right, now we want to shut this down. Like, I don't like what's happening here.
Go ahead and give me a dex check.
That is a 11. We are leaving you. Using you.
You're like, you've been suspended. Fuck.
Like, yeah. I was like, you're done.
You start trying to
I think
circumvent.
that's what I nat one doing.
You start trying to circumvent to try and get ahead of him, following through other spots. And Percy, as you're sitting there prepping dinner, you take a look out the washroom window and see another man wandering by. An elven guy. He's got a cloak on over top of his head, but you can see an ear peeking out from the cloak, and you see that he's carrying on his back a satchel of jewels as he is wandering towards the dockyard. With that, we cut back over to Jayce. As you have tried to get in front of this gnome and attempted to body him, and while you did push him into the bushes that are there, he just kind of and proceeded to get up out of the bushes and start running again. He hits a door to a home, puts his hand against the palm of the lock, and then just opens the door. And as he shuts it behind himself, he locks the door.
Having failed to apprehend him, I will head back to the rooftop and kind of look at. I'm just gonna look down at the place that he went. Are there any other ways of entry?
The house that he just entered into is a well-known crafter's home, owned by a couple of tiger beast folk. There are a couple of ways of exit, namely from the balcony on the other side of this building. And the door itself would typically be locked at night, so you're starting to kind of get a gauge of what type of person you're dealing with.
Stuff in the back of my mind. It's like, sorry, crafters robbing places. It can't be that down bad over here. I want to go on a scaffold and see if I can maybe hear anything that's going on in there.
Go ahead and roll stealth and then perception.
What is going on? Can I roll above a 10, please?
Well, good thing it's happening today, because, like, on Sunday you're getting ready to die.
I rolled low on Sunday. I feel like that's another issue. Fucking 15 for
So
stealth.
you just
and
suck it up and buy some new dice.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna have to break out the oldies.
Or find your own lucky duck dice.
And then a 14 for perception.
All right, so you hop up onto one of the scaffolding roofs across the way, and are now monitoring the entrance that this guy just walked in through, the back door, and the balcony. And you hear on the outside what sounds to be a ruckus. And with that, the balcony door in the second story pops open, and you see the gnome run and go to jump off of the balcony as the bespoke man who lives there comes flying out the back and rakes across this gnome's back. And he falls off of the balcony, and you just watch him step, 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 step as he walks down invisible steps before he touches down on the ground and starts looking to see if anybody spotted him. Before he adjusts himself, looks back up at the tiger folk, who starts screaming obscenities at him, and he starts hurrying down the back alleys of the house again.
I use a minor illusion. I want to. I'm gonna take one of my little gadgets, throw it down an alley to where he will be forced to take a path where I'll be waiting for him, and I want the illusion to be some guards that are running paths. So they go, "Stop, thief!"
All right. So as you proceed to cut across the scaffolding, you throw down your illusion and try and cut off his path to try and lead you in the proper direction. And as the illusion pops itself up as he's crossing paths and goes, "Stop, thief!" He goes, "I don't have anything!" And he just stands there with his hands held up in the sky. You're not dumb. You know you have the right gnome. That is the right gnome. That's the gnome that just hopped out of the window. So you know you have the right guy.
So I'd think maybe the tiger snatched it, but if the tiger is still, or would you say tiger or beast folk, if they seem pissed they didn't get anything, then I will think he is disguising himself somehow.
The hurling obscenities was more or less, this man just broke into the bespoke home and the bespoke caught him.
Not a.
They're not working
Not
together.
a you owe us some shit. Not right. Not a you owe us some shit. And he's like, nope, and just bounced out. But being somewhat familiar with disguising, I'll assume he's just disguising himself somehow. And while he's stuck with the guards, I will sneak up behind him. And I'll lay my bow staff on his shoulder and just say, "Don't move."
He freezes in place.
And I peer again, but I don't think I'll be able to see through his disguise. I'll say, "I'm not even particularly interested in what you stole, but I'm a little more interested in why I can't see it anymore."
What are you talking about?
Does he look?
I didn't steal anything.
Okay. And I'll say, "Turn around."
He slowly spins to face you, and yeah, it's definitely the gnome. You definitely saw him with the package. And Percy, as your father kisses you on the forehead goodbye and grabs a hold of the rations to leave, you will watch that the elven person wander down the alleyway and hands off his bag before heading in a different direction, and he hands it to another half-elf. This half-elf seems to thank him just by simply putting 2 fingers to his head and putting his head away. And as you slowly open up the window to hear a little bit, you hear, "Yeah, thank you for it. I'll make sure it gets back to where it needs to go." Does Percy begin fucking vigilanteing, or does she just watch this scene go?
Her dad's out of the house, right?
Yeah, he's
I
heading
cannot
downstairs
get
right now.
grounded. I am too old to get grounded, but there's a possible chance I could get grounded.
He's heading downstairs right now, and he heads off in this direction, and the thing is happening in this way.
I'm a little curious. I believe I have spider climb as being me. Right? I have spider climb. Yes, I have spider climb. I have a climbing speed equal to my walking speed.
All right.
So I kind of I sneak out the window.
You slide out the window and head down towards the middle of the street as you watch this elven man and half elven man part ways. The elven man now heading towards the chantry, and the half elven man going towards the dockyard. And as that's happening, I'm also going to quickly switch over to Jayce as well. As this gnomish man turns towards you, you see an elven man walk past the alleyway, not holding anything, just minding his own fucking business. One ear hanging out from his hood. Roll an insight check.
This is not good. God damn it! There's a 7. I want to. So I'll see that, and I'll just have it in there. I'll see that I have Elven Man passed.
I'm just making sure, Jayce. You are a vigilante, correct?
Man, we'll see.
Are
So
you sure?
What's a step below? Oh, from Batman on the Batman scale.
I need
Robin.
No, Robin's good. Robin's good. We need like a C tier, like comic book hero. So I will stepping up to this gnome. What do I want to say? I'll say I don't know what's going on here. I said, but if you're working with somebody, I didn't have anything witty for this, so we'll just go forceful. I say, you can tell me what you did with that bag, or I'll have to break your hand.
If you break my hand, then you're going to be assaulting an innocent man, now wouldn't you? That wouldn't be very justice. Oh, shit. I gave it away. I don't know where it is at this point.
I'll just hit him with the bow stab, and as I think about the elf that just passed.
You crack him in the side of the head. He just and he goes out.
Son of a bitch. And
you follow up and you start heading to where the elf man had walked past. Oh shit! There's 2 problems here. There's the elf man who's wandering towards the chantry, and then there's this weird girl who's just spider climbing down a wall. After she finishes getting down the wall, you watch as she just kind of like starts flash stepping across the street, and she looks like she's heading somewhere with purpose.
And does it look like they're going in the same direction?
I'm gonna let you roll insight on this one again. Roll well.
It's Renfield all over again.
God damn
Am I
it.
dreaming?
Let me find this one might work. That is an 8.
Here,
Oh,
here.
well, better than a 7.
Do you want me to roll a dice for you and take the demons back, and then we'll let you re-roll?
You know, I'll
'Cause that's
take
what's happening.
whatever anyone's willing to offer. I'll
All right,
take it.
I'm gonna offer you a digital dice roll. Roll that digital dice. Let's see what happens.
Owlbear. I'm ready for my owlbear natural one.
Look, man, I'm just saying, you need to get all these demons out before Sunday. You are under the gun on Sunday.
Oh, considering my character's gonna die, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Owlbear was almost there. I'm fucking sorry. Oh Lord.
Can I go to the bathroom break while Anthony sorts his demons?
Unfortunately,
it's a 10.
yeah, unfortunately, you're in the scene still.
Damn it.
All right, so it's a 10 on insight flat.
Mhm. Yeah,
All right.
my wisdom is not good. It's in intelligence.
All right, you've seen your fair share of thieves before, and the guy wandering towards the Chantry district, he's taken the same type of walking speed that you just saw with this gnomish fellow, very nonchalant, very I didn't do anything wrong type style going on. Whereas the person who just spider climbed down the wall and started dashing across the street, while the sketchiest shit you've ever seen in your life, also doesn't seem like it's somebody who's trying to not. It doesn't seem like somebody who's trying not to not be spotted. It seems like somebody who's trying to sneak up on something.
To not be suspicious.
Yeah. And they're heading towards the dockyard. So you're now stuck at an impasse. A guy who was acting the same as the gnome that you just caught, who's walking towards the Chantry, or the girl who you just saw across the street, who's going towards the dockyard where the gnome was going beforehand. Who's getting karate chop?
This is
Rated
this is
for
interesting.
everyone.
Well, in the Chantry, there's a little more. They give a shit a little more in the Chantry, so I'm just like, all right, if something happens there, there's guards. This is unknown and interesting.
Well thought out. Well thought out.
Do they
So-
though?
All right.
I assume they do.
Or are they expecting a certain other somebody to come out and take care of it?
Probably not me. They probably want to catch my ass.
So with that, Percy, you see this half-elven man hop onto the monorail to go from the Crafters District into the dockyard. The bag of gems now secured beneath his clothes. What do you do?
Question. So, if I cast Hunter Marks, do they sense being cast on?
I don't think so. I think Hunter's Mark is kind of like you zoning your eyes in on the target. Yeah, it's just you zoning in on the target.
Okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna take out Cinnamon, and it's like you can keep up with them, and I'm gonna cast Hunter Mark on that individual and start following since where Cinnamon is.
All right. So a bat takes off and into the sky from this individual as she is now pursuing after a monorail and just kind of trudging behind it. The monorails are faster than a walking speed, but you know they're not a full full brisk run. So she's able to keep up with it just by keeping pace with it and sticking to the back alleys. But Jayce, you're watching this as it's going. Whoever this person is currently monitoring something on the monorail. She just sent a bat up that's now circling over top of the monorail while she's trekking it from behind.
I don't want to just see if she is playing hero, because now my interest is piqued.
All
If I
right.
see her hailing who I'm tailing, I'm like, it's like, what's going on?
All right, so
Who
Jayce
is
goes
this?
into
a new upstart.
Jayce goes into watcher mode as Percy is now on the scene. Percy, you are pursuing this individual. You'll see as the gates to the between the Crafters District and the dock begin to crack open for the monorail, allowing the monorail through. What do you do? Do you want me to switch camera real quick so you can pee, and then I'll hit it over to Sibbly, and we'll see what Sibbly does, and then we'll cut back to you?
I greatly appreciate if you allow me to be.
Yeah, go for it. I'm not your dad.
Thank you.
All right, Sibley, you sit there with you sit there with a mess of birds that are looking to get some blood packs, as well as Chardonnay, who has flown down to you and is now hopping up on your shoulder and is cooing against your head and rubbing himself on you.
Sibley's just gonna kind of like try to push Chardonnay's like face off of her just a little bit and kind of like hold her hand like a shield up as she starts fiddle fucking with everything that she needs to try and get other shit ready for the other birds.
Fascinating choice
Like-
of words, but
Yeah.
Said
gonna
fiddle
be-
fuck.
that's gonna be one.
I like that. I like
we
that.
don't recommend fiddle fucking to anybody in the audience. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's a trap.
I
Your
heard,
PP
I
will get
heard it
stuck.
ends in bad deals against the devil, so.
It
Leads
does not
down a
play
dark
Rushy.
path, guys.
It in fact plays Rush D.
Sweet. I just saw. Thank you for changing my favor. I appreciate that.
So
Can only hope it actually does, because just to let you know, that never happens for me. So that
Oh,
probably
man.
just passed to you. So good luck.
Cool,
with
cool,
that,
cool.
you put your hand up to block Chardonnay, and Chardonnay doesn't care what he's rubbing against so long as he's rubbing against something. So now he's rubbing against your hand, as you are using your other hand to grab blood packs and distribute it to the birds, and they're taking the blood packs in their mouths and gullets and grabbing them with their feet and getting ready to take off with them. And then Chardonnay hops down, good little soldier, heads over and starts marching in place, dancing in a circle.
Sibley's just gonna look at him and go, It's all the windows, I swear. There's no healing that's gonna fix that. And she's gonna get the blood pack ready and then give him the butt pats and just shoot him along, just kinda like it's like a push as his heels kinda like dig in and is like pushing him along, like, alright.
Yep, as you
Go
butt pat
time.
him, his heels do dig in a bit as he is now pressing back up and against your hand, and as the butt pats stop, he takes off into the air and seems to linger behind the rest of the pack as he's going.
And away they go.
And with that, we will click back to the scene of Percy, the newly formed vigilante. What do you do? The gates to the crafters in the dockyard open. Oh, I think I was just out of range to kill that gnat. Damn it. I committed murder on stream. You saw it. There it is.
So, is there any way to enter it, or is there only way to enter it is through the monorail?
You could follow the monorail in, but it's going to be a bit of a tight fit. You could also catch up to the monorail and get on. One, I'm going to make you roll. The other one, I'm not going to make you roll.
I really don't want to trust the dice.
So, boarding the monorail.
Yeah, I'm bored in the monorail.
All right. So you hop on the monorail and you see that there are only two other people on: the half elf that you were following before, and another person who just so happens to be going in the same direction. In a similar direction. Whatchamacallit, a half orcish fellow who just seems to be getting off of a work shift in the market district. He's got a couple of his wares underneath him. A blacksmith apron hangs over top of his gear. And as the monorail enters into the area, you'll notice that the half-elven fellow is kind of scanning the cart, and as he looks over at the half-orc fellow, he notices, this guy has been here before, I know who this guy is. He looks over at you and notices you, and he offers you a smile and a kind of a nod in your direction.
She kind of turns her, looks and then turns away, a little, don't notice me, don't notice me, don't notice me.
Playing coy.
As you attempt to be inconspicuous, you notice that he's respecting by not saying anything, but disrespecting in the fact that he has not stopped staring at you. And the half-orc gentleman pops off of the train as the monorail begins to make its trek around the dockyard, as Jayce is trekking over top of the cliffside and into the dockyard himself. You just feel these eyes burning into the side of your head. You do the small, glance back and then glance back to where you're going because you notice that he's still looking.
I don't feel like
You see your, it's like when you see your parents' friends and they're like, oh my god, hey. No. They're like, no.
Shit!
Sneak through the milk aisle.
It's just one of those things for me where it might just be me, but whenever I go into somewhere, I tend to scan places. It's just what I do. And whether I'm getting up or I'm sitting down at the table, I usually just scan. And as I'm scanning, occasionally I'll meet somebody's eyes. And in that same moment, I'm like, it's like, no, I'm not a pervert. I'm just scanning the room.
Just need to know my exits.
Watching. But, am I the... So it's just me and this guy now.
Just you and this guy.
I
You
was
see
like
that he
this-
leans back and he kind of crosses his leg a little bit.
I like the insight. Am I about to be is he you're not supposed to be here
Yeah, go ahead. Roll your
kind of
insight.
situation? Okay, that's a 10 plus what's my insight? 13.
13? Oh, yeah, you're fish out of water, and you can tell that this guy has picked up that you're new. But to what degree of new, you're not sure. Is he about to run your pockets, or is he about to ask you out on a date? It could be either one.
No.
I try to. I pull my cloak, keep things close. Knowing that my other bats are still on me.
As you tense yourself up and pull the cloak over, you hear him go, that's how you're going to get your pockets run in a place like this. Dockyard ain't special for pretty girls.
Oh, I just have some business to do there.
Well, if you're just doing business, you shouldn't be clutching your purse so tightly. It makes people think that you got something to take. You got something to take?
I don't know. I don't know. You agreed on something.
Yeah, that was Jackie throwing up some sussy thumbs ups. He's like, agreed.
Yeah, how'd you do that?
I don't know.
It's a feature on the.
You weren't even doing. You were doing like. You were doing
I
this.
was just like this, and then it just did whatever.
Yeah,
Must have thought that was a thumb.
it's a feature with the PlayStation.
I'm not on PlayStation, man.
Oh, but then it's on your phone. It's one of the newer features. It doesn't do it on computers.
Okay.
Like if I go like this, it won't do it. But if you're on like a
Yeah.
phone or something like that, I think I know PlayStations do it, Xboxes do it. I don't think
Okay.
Androids do it. I think iPhones do it, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, because yeah, I was like, I'm definitely not on PlayStation. That's for sure right now.
But
Definitely not on PlayStation. Definitely not approving.
but he asks in kind of like a smug way of like, "You got something to take? Why you got in your purse?"
Oh,
In the
nothing,
pockets.
nothing that
What to get?
nothing that anybody would be interested in taking.
All right. Deep breath, shoulder square, lean back, exhale, relax. If you act like you belong, they won't know you're a fish out of water. Name's Jackie. What's yours? Or sorry, not Jackie. My name's Flint. What's yours?
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
the fuck? Who
Oh
does this
yeah.
guy think he is?
I will frame you.
Yeah, he's
say.
crazy.
Not yet, but it's coming.
My my name is
Well,
Susie.
you.
Nice to meet you, Mom.
Well, you need an escort while you're here? I don't hire out my services for cheap, but for you, I can do it for a silver.
Sure.
All right. Come on over. It's hard to protect you from over there. You don't gotta sit next to me. You can sit across from me. I don't give a shit. Just be closer. Got some freaks out in the neighborhood. Some wannabe vigilantes.
Just to clarify, this is the guy I have Hunter's mark on.
Yup.
Stab him. I'll show you where I did it.
This is also the guy who who has the jewels that Jayce is currently looking for.
Okay. So I sit across from him.
Fucking Flint.
Mm,
So, tell me about yourself. Where you from? What do you do? What you after?
My mind's completely went blank.
All good answers?
Yeah.
Okay. Silent treatment's good
He's
too.
full flabbergasted.
I'm from the market district. Nothing exciting.
Go ahead and roll bluff. Deception.
Deception.
That's my deception. -1.
-1.
10.
She's too
Oh,
honest.
shit's so good.
He smiles as you're talking to him. He goes, "Market district. That's good. That's good. God, who counsels the market district these days? Is it Isabella? Isabella, I think. She's a good person, right?"
My notes.
Oh, she's smart enough. She's smart enough. She's got notes. She's got the defense.
We got notes. We got notes.
No, Isabella is part of the chat.
we know that for
Chantry.
sure.
Chantry.
kidding.
That's right. What was I thinking?
Yeah. I give him a weird look and like that. I don't think you're familiar with the council people.
What can I say? In the dockyards, all I give a shit about is freaks busting our balls. All the rest of them seem to leave us alone. So, anything take you out into the chantry much?
Just wait. What?
Well, I'm just saying, since you know Isabella's from the chantry, I assume you go there occasionally. What do you believe in?
What are the gods? This game. What are the what god do I know that Sibby follows?
So,
None, technically.
in this
I'm just
in this
seeing
game,
the
I want
absolute panic.
In this
She's going,
game,
shit.
you know that Sibley follows the ideals of death in the grave, that the balance
Okay.
between life and death and guarding that
Okay.
force.
Okay. Oh, you know, I just kind of go there to see if I can get some answers, but you know, I don't get any response.
Sounds like the council people, am I right? That's
Yep.
okay. So tell me, who you visiting while you're here? What's going on? Who can I take you to? I'm guarding you after all. I gotta know where I'm going.
Oh, he's in it for the full. Uh, I was just taking a stroll. I figured, why not check out the docks? It's a clear night, you know. Oh, I heard that it looks pretty at night.
A romantic getaway. Ah, I like it. I like it. You know you can see the sky the best in the docks. Come on, let me show you. And he grabs your hand and he steps off the monorail. And Jayce, you watch this. This woman who you just watched get on the monorail is now walking hand in hand with this other person who is now stepping off of the monorail. And you know this other person.
Something happened with your. Something's going on with your mic.
How about now? Booming shot.
Boom shot. It just felt like you got like real far away. But I don't know. I think it's still clear.
All right.
There we go.
So,
Perfect.
so with that, you watch as this man, who you know well as Flint, is now holding hands with this lady you've never met before as they get off of the wagon, and there's no gems in sight. But he's now got her hand in hand, and you see the bat start circling over top of them and start guiding, flying back and forth through the sky, trying its best to be inconspicuous, marking them in a triangle.
Stop little shit again.
You see him wandering her towards the docks, towards the boats, you know, where Terran Freaks was busting people the prior day. But let's change the camera for a second. Jackie, what are you doing to prep for your adventure? A dock man yourself, it's only assuming that you're going to be in this area as well.
I think Jackie's mostly getting the prep work of making sure they have tools on hand. Perhaps a sidearm of some type. And I think maybe some perishables, just in case like they need rations while going out there. The fact that it's going to be now over a day or so, it's going to change a bit of the travel plan. So he's getting at least those type of things.
All right. So with that, you're not going to be trekking yourself too far into the streets or anything. All right. You feel the shadows encroaching once again as you're prepping your bag, and feel that looming presence. And as it does, you feel that skull deer move itself towards your bag and then hang its head like some kind of macabre ornamental trophy on the side of your travel gear. Dark whispers creep in from the shadows, like nails on a chalkboard in your ear. You understand what they're saying, but it doesn't mask the anguish. And then they stop. Once more, the shadow's curtain pulls off of you, and the room is back to its normal. And you just simply hear, fading into the shadow, "Mother's always there."
I just grab my bag and probably start heading out a little sooner than expected.
So you start taking to the streets yourself, and as you maneuver through the alleyway, you will see the tram get out and two lovebirds pop off of the other side of the tram. It's up to you if you feel like this is something that would be worthy of your attention or not. But you do see a very familiar creature bounding its way across the rooftops. You'd recognize that shadow anywhere.
I think that moment, that's where I'm like, where did Flint go off to after he left Griff? And I start heading towards that direction.
All right. You maneuver yourself. You're maneuvering yourself towards the direction of the shadow, or where you think Flint went.
Well, the shadow I'm suspecting is Jayce, right?
Correct.
Then I'm going towards him because I'm like, I know Flint got up, probably is up to no good somewhere. And if Jayce is going somewhere, he's probably not too far off.
All right. So with that, almost a full party meetup underneath this bridge at this moment. Sibbly gets teleported out of her bed and just falls, still sleeping, into the fucking dock water. With that, Percy, you find yourself drawn to the dock, being pulled by this man the whole way. He's not really giving you too much of an option to get away from him. Is there anything you want to do while you're being dragged?
Take him one time. Take an arrow, just.
Huh?
Nothing.
Shank.
Nothing.
I ask him. So
I hear
what
he's
are you-
vulnerable.
I kind of ask him like, what? So what are you doing this late at night?
Oh, me? Well, at first I was just taking a nice evening stroll, but it turns out I'm meeting with pretty ladies. Not a bad night if I do say so myself.
And where are you from?
Ah, see, you're standing in my home. Everywhere around here. See that big boat right there? That one right there? That's mine.
Oh, sounds
Yeah.
motive. Nope.
Yeah, apparently this guy owns a barge the size of a yacht. Wild. Apparently he's Mr. Moneybags, but I mean, he has known what he's doing this entire time. It's been crazy. He looks at you and he goes, "You want to see it? Getting close?"
I mean, is it docked?
Yeah, it's,
No, we're gonna swim there.
the ship is very much docked. In fact, it's more docked than any other ship at this port. There are several different anchors holding this ship in at the dock. Whether that is just because of the security of the boat or something else, who knows? You don't get out to the dockyard that much.
Nope, I didn't. I'm good. I would like to stay out here.
Ah, I see. See, that's a smart girl. Smart girl. Don't follow strangers to strange places. That's how it goes. What's your passive perception? Just asking for a friend.
13.
Oh man.
This is the shit that Sibley gets for pulling Percy along and giving her a taste of adventure. She follows a stranger to the docks.
He just followed
In the
some
middle of the
greaser
night.
to his Lamborghini. What the fuck's going on?
So,
I wasn't planning on
Meanwhile,
getting caught.
meanwhile,
So-
Sibley's strapping blood bags to fucking pigeons.
Everything's normal here.
Oh, man.
So let me help you out a little bit, all right? All right? Take a look up at the sky right there, okay? You see that little connection of stars kind of forms an S, and it circles back around?
Okay.
That's called the...
Okay.
That one right there? That's called the dragon.
You completely cut off on that part.
Okay, so how much did you hear?
Like you see the circle of stars. It's called a, and then you blinked.
That circle of stars forms an S right there. It's called the
Okay.
dragon.
Okay.
Legends go back a long, long way. That people, long ago, had lost their way. And that it all burged on the back of a legendary dragon. And to symbolize that, there became a constellation in the sky of that dragon. If you look, you can see where his mouth is, right? See that big, big, bright star right in front of his mouth?
Yes, I see that.
It's the guidance star.
Okay.
Rumor has it that the dragon ate the guidance star, and after that, mortals lost their way.
But the dragon ate the guiding star. How's it still in the sky?
Well, see, that's the beautiful part of all these things. The fact that it's still there shows that somewhere deep down inside of us, there's still a chance. We
While
might be
I'm
able to-
watching this happen,
Yeah, dude, you're in the scene. You
I'm like, I don't want to jump in, but like, I hate this feeling. I'm like, this is
I'm about to
the
be
worst
murdered.
setup that I need.
I gotta save my boy.
So with that, Jayce, you're sitting on the precipice here. You're
I'm waiting
pretty
for like
fucking-
3 other people to jump out and just jump her, and I'm like, I don't like that.
You're sitting there, you're watching this setup, your stomach is entirely in knots, and you're like, what the fuck is going on right now? And all you're sitting here realizing is that the man who has what you're after, most likely, you have no visual confirmation on that, but goddamn, it looks really good, has a hostage.
Yeah, it's looking horrible.
I'm already about to be kicked out of the party.
When he like looks, when he points up like to the moon, and he is like or up at the stars, and he's like explaining some of this stuff to Percy. I want to take from like the vantage I'm at, take some of my gadgets, take my minor illusions, so I can do these at will. So like however long it takes, like every round, every like 6 seconds, just have different whooshes of the shadow that he should also be familiar with.
And as you're watching these familiar shadow creatures pass by to kind of signal Flint that you know that he knows that you know, and that you're watching him, you watch as he kind of gives a knowing, smiling. Are you doing it for Flint, or are you doing it for Jackie?
This is for Flint. This is for me to scare Flint.
You see that Flint smiles at these shadows and gives you a knowing nod.
Hello, motherfucker. He thinks he's hot shit now.
He thinks he's hot shit now. Exactly.
And with that, Jackie, you're walking across the way, following after the shadow, and then you see all these gadgets coming out, and looking out towards the dock, you're pretty sure that's Flint. And he's with that girl that you had earlier.
Mm.
And you're watching as he's posturing, and he's posing, and he's doing all these things. He's explaining the ways of the stars and all this. And you recognize what this is. This is a good old-fashioned standoff.
All right. I think I continue my pace, start walking a little more across the cobblestone out to the wooden docks, and I just call out to him. Flint?
Oh! If it isn't my best friend in the whole wide world, Jackie. What you doing out here?
And I was about to ask you the same thing. I know Griff had you on something.
Oh, yeah, it was a little this, little that, but right now I'm on a thing right now, as you can see right here, and he points towards Percy. And you can see
Man, my
Percy
style,
is
dog.
visibly shrinking up. The idea of like the person who is very much way in over their head.
Yeah, I look over at Persephone and I call her by name. I'm like, Persephone, and then I look back at Flint.
Oh, all right. So you two know each other. He's not your man, is he?
No, I mean, uh, we meet up sometimes.
Ooh. Looks like. So is that your secret, Jackie? I always heard that you were going out to meet with someone special. Didn't know it was with this cutie.
Oh man.
All right, that's enough, Flint. You're not gonna get much out of her. Come on,
All right.
you need to start heading back to Griff.
He looks at you and he goes, "Well, if I do, you want to take care of something for me?" And he kind of motions up to where he sees Jayce.
What I have noticed, Jayce, like, are you actually staying hidden where you're at? Because I know I saw you leaping around.
Yeah, that was the intention, was to be hidden.
Roll a perception
Okay.
check, see
Like
if you can beat
a-
a 14.
Okay.
My stealth was 15.
Roll perception, see if you
My-
can beat a 15.
I said my stealth was decent. I didn't say it was good, but it was decent.
13.
All right, so you're having a little trouble trying to track what Flint had seen.
Yeah. Let me guess. Familiar problems?
Yeah. But it's okay. He holds his hand up and starts walking away from Percy. He goes, "I'll be a good boy. Oh, baby girl, you dropped your wallet." And he points at the ground where you see a wallet lingering open.
I pick it up.
And with that, Flint turns and starts walking back towards the alleyways.
Oh yeah.
So what's brought you to the docks?
We in that.
What's brought you to the docks?
I saw a guy carrying a bag of gems, and I tried to follow them.
I don't take it that your kind has a hankering for gems.
No, I was just curious.
All right. Well, you can see where curiosity got you. Where's Sibbly?
She's probably at home, probably getting some blood bags ready.
With that, Percy, you feel your hunter's mark pops. It's no longer present on the man who you were chasing, and Cinnamon returns to you. And at the same time, Jayce, as you chase down Flint to try and catch him in an alleyway, this dude just vaporized.
Alley
He's gone.
justice. Motherfucker.
You were pretty sure you were tracking him, and as you were getting closer and closer, you watched the bat that was circling and triangulating him zipped away, and you got to that rooftop at the same time the bat zipped away, and he's just gone.
And I roll an investigation check.
Now, would
Sure.
that tip me off that he was killed?
No, it means that he vanished from this area. He got outside
I got
of
the spell's
Oh.
range.
He got outside of your spell's range.
Oh, he's outside of my spell's range.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember if that's
Your spell range is 90 feet.
Okay.
So he did something to get himself out of 90 feet.
14 investigation.
14.
Now I'm just like, all right, what the fuck is going on?
So as you proceed to start looking around the alleyway, trying to figure out what is happening, you dive down into the alleyway. There are no doors he could have slipped into, no alleyways he could have crawled through. There are no trash cans he is hiding in. He just, for lack of a better word, disappeared into the shadows, and he is gone.
And if I see the bat that was trailing him leave, then I'll make a quick assumption and be like, all right, some kind of tracking spell, and he's gone. How the hell?
With that, just because it's your class, your hunter's mark can pop when he's outside of 90 feet. You did not order your bat to stop following him. So even if he exceeded 90 feet, if your bat still had LOS on him, line of sight, the bat should have still tracked him. The bat lost line of sight and came back. Now, I can't explain any further than that, but that is what happened.
Your friend is pretty quick on getting away.
What are you talking about?
I had Cinnamon track him, but I guess he lost him.
Jackie's gonna kind of put his hand up a little bit and go, so, first of all, Sibley's packing blood bags. A bat just flew into your jacket. And you're saying my friend can get away fast. What exactly were you doing trailing him so much?
I mean,
Like that
he had the bag of gems at one point.
Okay.
No.
Probably
I'm
something
out
Grip wanted him to
from.
do.
But when I entered the monolith, the bags disappear.
Okay.
What were you saying, Anthony?
Come out from the alley that I'm in,
Alright.
and you will both see the visage of the vigilante. I don't know if Persephone's first time IRL. I don't know how word spreads in like the world.
She may have
But-
heard stories, but this will be her first meeting.
Yeah, and I'm just hard to tell. Say, I wouldn't know if this is the vigilante that my dad was talking about, or this could be a completely different vigilante.
And I'll speak up to what Persephone was saying, and I'll say, it seems your friend has learned some new tricks. She's right. So he broke in, is causing some trouble over in the market district.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's
He's always-
another little gang he's running with.
Oh, he's
I
always
thought we had
trying
an
to-
understanding.
Yeah, I like to think so, but Flint's the one that we can't quite tighten the leash hard enough on. I already discussed it with my leads to try to tighten him up more. Just put him on objectives we want him to. Other than that,
Check
he's
him.
always been a slick bastard.
I don't know if you knew that shadow trick the last time we ran into each other.
That
He
is
seemed so
new
capable
bear.
last time. He didn't seem so capable last time.
Well, that's the thing
Check
about
that out.
Flint. Chip him once, he's sharper than ever.
Percy's
then
just
he'll-
gonna look at her wallet just to see if there's any coins for her ride back.
It seems you were stolen. Yeah, sorry. It does not seem you were stolen from.
Okay.
He did not steal from your pockets.
Okay.
He'll just give you a nod, Jackie, and then uh he'll walk over to Persephone as you're just kind of fiddling with stuff, and he just walks over to you silently, and you see it looks like he's kind of just sizing you up. Why did you chase him?
I just saw him outside my window and I was curious.
I will try for this insight check.
Persephone
And
is
isn't it-
also trying to like show like trying to stand
Trying to be
straighter,
tough.
trying to be tough, trying to get some height on her.
Well, it's an 8, so you're probably fine. Alright, these
Apparently
dice.
Persephone is
don't
tall,
worry.
so no.
And he won't press any further. And I'll just carry everything.
It's a 10 at least, but I'm very much in the same boat of just, it feels like we're gaining the same information.
And then he'll say, if you run into him next time, and if he gives you trouble, right here, it's a bad spot for him.
My
Be
dad's
careful
on-
doing stuff on your own.
I'll- Believe me, I'm trying.
And I figured you'd be open to some other vigilante.
Not telling other people how to live their lives, but don't get in over your head.
All right. With that, Jayce exits the scene.
I
Do you
should
need further
probably
weapon?
get back home. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start making preparations. I already started.
Okay.
We leave in 2 hours.
How long does it take me to get back to my place?
About like
Probably not too far.
probably like 10, 20 minutes tops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get my stuff. I mean,
I mean, unless
Or
you
you'll
don't
get a
feel
walking.
unless you don't feel comfortable riding the monorail again, in which case it'll be about like 30, 40 minutes.
Huh?
Unless you don't feel comfortable riding the monorail again, in which case it'll be 30 to 40 minutes.
I'll go try to ride the. I'm gonna go ride the monorail, but I have it to myself. I start to release the bats and have them like hanging upside down, trying to be that weirdo in the monorail. Like, nope, I'm taking the next one.
And
Kind of
as
just,
you-
just hop in the next car.
And as you suspend all of your bats in the monorail, you will watch as somebody is dashing for the monorail. A young woman who's getting ready to move on to the market district. And as she heads on, she steps onto the first step. She takes a look in. And she's like, oh. And then she steps off of the monorail and lets it go. And you just see her just waiting as the monorail crests through the gate. And then she starts walking. She's like, not a fucking day.
Real.
All right. So, unless anyone has any further business, we shall move on to the 2-hour mark. Jayce, have you been invited to the mission yet, or do you need an invite to the mission?
I mean, I believe during the time when we were talking at that dilapidated chapel, I did
Yeah.
say there is something that is coming, and if you're looking to get something, like
All
that
right.
was gonna.
So,
So,
in between
might-
those,
Yeah.
are we just going to the takeoff?
Yep, we're about to
Yeah.
time skip
Yeah.
forward if nobody else has anything else they would like to do.
I have one thing.
Okay.
All right.
I will be just up in my disguise kit, doing up my a persona that Jackie is familiar with. But that's it. While I'm sitting with Gloria, and she's helping me with my makeup and other features. We're dressing the wound that was under my eye, so we can get it covered up. And I tell her, "Hey, I'm gonna be gone for a while. Make sure." I say, "You already know the drill. Don't go off causing trouble. Watch the others. Don't engage in anything if don't engage if fights break out." And that kid, the new kid,
Jayce.
Jay, don't let him hang around while I'm not here. He's not a doc kid. I don't know what kind of
I'll
trouble we're trying
try.
to get into.
I'll try, but I can't really stop anybody from coming over here.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna regret this. I think that kid, judging by his outfit, I think he comes from Chandry. In some earlier times, I want you to get on the tram, go over there, keep your head down. If anything, he can't be walking all the way here. I'm sure he sneaks on somehow. But if you see him, keep him over there.
All right.
Try not to linger too long. If you can't see him, just get back. And I'll get some cloth. Get some cloth out of the kit. And while we're working on this, work up like a chantry disguise for Gloria. Keep your head down. Just act like you're preaching or something.
As she's sitting there dusting you up and working on, she looks at you and goes,
Are you sure you can trust Jackie?
I think that Jackie has his own best interests at heart. And someone who can have their own best interests at heart won't take unnecessary risks.
Well, inside the city limits, there's kind of rules, but outside, it's fair game.
Yeah. Alright, I'll be on guard.
She smiles, hops down, and starts digging in her bag before producing a small charm that she hands to you. And as you have this charm, it is a small worked pendant that looks like it came from the merchant's district. It's a foreign coin, oblong in shape, with little pieces that stick out of the sides.
Kind of completes the look, but at the same time, it's a pendant to get you back here. A good luck charm.
And taking a
It's a
look
little
at
bag.
and like taking a look at the coin itself, you do see that there is a picture of a smiling cat on it that looks like it's wreathed in coins.
Nothing pretty uncommon.
Yeah.
Does it look like she made this?
It definitely looks like somebody forged it. It's not a coin that you've seen before. Nothing that would come into the market district. Like, even as far as foreign currencies go, this is not something you've seen before. So you're getting a pretty good idea that she probably did this.
It looks like your tinkering's getting a little better. So one of these times, I say you might have to fix up some armor for me.
She smiles and just simply hops down and proceeds to show you a couple of blueprints that she's got in her bag of different contraptions and things that she's working on. They're all very crudely drawn, but it looks like she's trying to plot and plan out some stuff. And then she goes,
I've been sneaking over to the Crafters Guild occasionally, trying to learn everything I can. It's still a work in progress.
See if I can find you some good metal or something while I'm out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm still
well,
working on it.
as he's looking at like drawings and like kind of looking in like corners and like under like blankets or like anywhere that can be like trapped, he's like, "Don't blow up the place while I'm gone."
Will do.
and she hops out and then scurries out, trying to get out before Jackie gets there. And within due time, Jackie, unless you have anything to do, you will show up. Sibbly, unless you have anything to do, you will proceed to go grab Percy. Anything you want to do?
All she'll probably do is she's gonna go into her father's room while he's sleeping and take off the bracelet that he gave her, slip it onto him while she's leaving, kind of as a bit of reassurance while she's gone. And then walk down to see if her mother's down there, hoping that she is, because she's usually up late. And just let her know that she needs to be gone for a couple days. She's getting a little low on some herbs and medical supplies. She needs to take a
Alright, dear.
trip to get some.
Alright, dear. Just be careful out there. And always keep your head up. Remember, the Raven is always watching.
It always is. Just
She's-
remember, if you have any issues with any of the customers, just send Jayce next door. Bang on the door. You know the neighbors will help.
Yeah, of course. And she takes your hands in hers and offers you a small bow and prayer before you are able to turn and leave to head out to go pick up Percy. Unless there's anything you want to do on the trip, I will kick over to Percy and ask Percy the same question. Anything you want to do before you head out? So, Sibbly first.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Percy, the birds return home. They drop off your blood packs, and then they scatter to go meet with your fatter. You will notice that Chardonnay is even more jazzed up than he was before. He is marching and ready for battle. When he comes in, he flies in through the window, and as he lands, he marches a little bit, and then he's going like this, and he's shaking his head and cooing. And then he shakes off his blood pack and... Oh, go ahead.
I pat him on the head.
You bonk him on the head a bit, and you see as the three head bonks go, his mouth opens again. His head sinks into his body. You just hear the... And then as you stop, he perks himself up and flies out the window to go meet with your dad. So, with that, you will hear a call from Sibbly as she's ready to pick you up.
Percy grabs the last of her stuff and gets out and goes out.
All right. And just a little bit more of the bookkeeping before I have you all join before we head out. Cutting back to Jayce and Jackie. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before I bring Sibbly and Percy in?
I think I bring up to him about seeing Flint kind of in that area again. I know that kind of like threw him off a little bit that he wasn't supposed to be up there and around. So I guess I kind of start after I like meet up with you. I think we're gonna be closer to the cobble stone entryways where we may like make it out through the tunnelways in under the grates. Um, so I enter and I say, "Hey, about earlier. I wasn't aware Flint was coming up this way. I know Griff has been trying to push him into a direction that we want him to be in, and he's a little hot-headed."
And you'll kind of see a different demeanor as you see the visage of Nolan. You see about mid-length dreads kind of tied up into a ponytail instead of the baggy clothes that you're used to when you see him out in the night. You see like tight cloth and gear, blue, like a blue kind of like vest with a small satchel and a bag, and a
Bless you.
bless you,
Thank you.
shaved like goatee mustache. And I'll say, "Hey, well, don't worry about it, man." I'll say, "So long as we all understand each other, but what kind of direction are you trying to push him into?" I said, "Just so I have it on my radar."
Mostly small things. We don't want him getting enough of these people around and rally groups because we know what happens with people with loose guns. So I would rather him not be in the lead of those type of things. So a lot of his things that he's going to do is going to be alone. But I can't promise what he gets into at that point. But I am trying to centralize him being more focused on land survey, more figure out what we need to do, things we can get done, instead of just doing it.
Look out for the petty stuff, 'cause it seems he's having fun with some friends.
Yeah.
I don't believe they're any of yours.
What friends did you see him with?
Looked to be a gnome, and I'm assuming one other, but I don't think I got a good look at. I don't think I got a look at him.
Would a gnome kind of stand out to Jackie in any way, like from some type of group?
Yeah, there is a gnome that you know is good friends with Flint. This gnome doesn't run with a particular group. He's a soloist. Basically, hired gun. And essentially, he is usually primarily a lookout and a frontman. He is a speaker, mostly. Somebody who's really good at talking people up, getting himself into places, and getting as much information as possible. You've been having a theory for a while that a lot of the jobs that have been coming in have been coming in from that gnome.
I think you'll just see mostly Jackie kind of thinking to himself, his eyes going back and forth as he's like reading through it. All the
That
people he
that gnome's name,
knows.
by the way, is Nemor.
No more.
Nemor. Nemor.
No. At least he's hanging with groups that I'm at least more aware of. If it was anybody else, I would worry about. One guy knows at least how to talk.
Interesting. I see him kind of just lean back on the. You said we're like under a tunnel, like overpass kind of thing. I see him just kind of lean on the wall, saying, "Oh, it seems he's trying to do it smart." And I say, "But I don't know where his ambition is trying to lead him. But that's not really my business."
I'm sure he's trying to get seen, if anything. He's been living under too many shadows.
Well, we know what we say about flying too close to the sun.
It burns their wings.
Speaking of up and comers, say the girl that you brought along. Well, I guess whoever else is coming. I said, but she's one of them, I'm guessing.
Well, I wasn't exactly trying to bring her along. That was Sibley's thing. And I was wondering why. It means we can't exactly travel by day.
Like I said, explains what a girl like her is doing out in the middle of the night. Where's it? Sibbly. I don't know how many tabs I'm keeping here. I don't know if I know Sibley.
I don't think you know Sibley. If you and Sibley would be an estranged pair. You have a third person relationship with Sibley through Jayce, but you don't know that Jayce is Sibley's brother. So,
Or that she's fixing the people that I am hurting.
yeah, Sibley and Jayce do not know about each other, but they have that one connection through Jayce.
I feel
This
like it's
hasn't
gonna
been
be the
discovered
grandma's
yet.
urn situation again.
So two ladies didn't think all doom and gloom like you would be running with them. There must be some reason. And I said the one I'm guessing is capable, the other, we'll see if she gets hurt.
Well, I'm sure she'll be Sibley's priority. But more along the lines, Sibley has some stake in this as well. So if it helps her out, gets things done. Once I get this stuff done, you may at least get some shares to kind of spruce up some of your area. Get what you need.
I can appreciate that.
Appreciation goes a long way.
All right. So kicking the scene over to Sibley and Percy. Anything you guys want to talk about on your way to the underpass?
He's just
You're
gonna.
not gonna believe what happened last night. A couple hours ago.
What do you mean? I thought you just went home.
I did. And then I saw a guy with a bag of jewels walking by, and I followed him.
You what?
All these jewels.
Fucking petty bitches in these damn jokes.
I'm sorry. Percy, you what? Hold on. And Sibley's gonna she's gonna stick her finger in her ear and wiggle it around a second and do it with the other one. Repeat yourself. You did what exactly?
Speak again, blasphemer!
I follow a guy to the docks, sort of, almost to the docks.
Well, wait a
Not
minute.
me, part way there.
Wait. You went to the docks?
Well, when you say it like that, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, he caught me partway
You're saying
there.
holy shit now.
He caught me partway there. I tried to play off it's a nice night to look at the docks. It doesn't help.
Sibley's gonna stop halfway through the street here and turn around and take 2 steps back towards her house and then turn back around and walk back to Who caught you halfway?
The guy, but he didn't have the bag at the time. He didn't have so I don't know what happened. He quit.
I'm just, you know what? Your life. It doesn't. I mean, you're
worried.
you.
I
You're
was
here.
worried
You know what?
that
You're not alive, but you're. You know what? You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. You know what? You're here. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I don't want to know anymore. It's okay. It's
Okay.
alright. It didn't. It happened. It's okay. Let's go. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know how long Sibbly had to talk in her own head to be like, you know what, it's okay. We already have a plan. We have things out. And she's like, I kind of fucked up. What?
It's
That's
like,
not
goddamn.
the same city at all.
He said, we didn't even start.
I was worried. Yeah, I was like, if this guy caused trouble, Dad's gonna come back. I was like, maybe I can handle the situation by myself. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's thinking.
You can start walking and be like, all right, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. So,
We're good.
did you at least pack? You packed, right? You packed.
Yes. I got some blood bags. I got all my bats in a row. I think.
You turned your lights off at home.
Yes.
Can we
Yes,
Okay.
candles are out.
Investigate if she has all of her bats in a line.
All right. So with that, Sibbly and Percy meet up with Jayce and Jackie underneath the underpass. The group of four finally getting together, and soon heading out to go on the first quest. So, I'm on vacation. I don't know how much longer you guys want to play. I've planned far past this, so it's really on you guys.
What are you guys feeling?
I was feeling like 11, but then I kind of like woke up and I was just like, shit.
Siblings freak out and everything's like, all right, let's do this.
Fuck, I can keep going. I don't know how much longer, but we can keep it going.
Yeah, because I was like 11:30 for me. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, all I have to do after this is shovel shit, and I'm not really looking forward to it. So,
I mean, as if we didn't just shit a little harder here for you.
no, I mean, it's all good. I'm enjoying it. We haven't even touched the prepared shit today. This is all.
We never do. We never do.
Never do. You know we gotta get our RP. You know we do.
You got to.
Plus, I think secretly Anthony's trying to loose out all of the dice rolls that are going to kill him on Sunday.
Yo, I really gotta suss out what is going on here.
Apparently, I gotta do that too because, like, I don't think I got above a 14.
I got six. I got 6 die right here. I have 6. They all rolled an 8 or a 7. One of them rolled a 14.
One of them.
Do you want to try the power of the duck?
You'll roll the duck for me.
I'll roll the duck for you. Do you want to try the power of the duck?
Yeah, that's how we gonna go for the duck. Wait for my next roll.
What was Nate saying?
Does it quack when it rolls?
It
No,
does
that's
not.
it's just a resin dice with a ducky in it. They roll like shit, but if you're already rolling bad, these are a game changer.
I'm a clutch.
They were a clutch. It saved Anthony.
Sure did.
All right. Well, I'm going to go then quickly blow my nose because I am stuffed to all hell. And by quickly go blow my nose, I'm going to mute myself for all of 10 seconds.
All right.
That's not gonna work. Well then, if I roll, if the first roll on Sunday is below a 10, I'm blowing everything. I'm going crazy.
To be fair, you might die on Sunday, so there's a
I'm
possibility.
going crazy. I might have to drink this potion. I didn't want to do it. I still don't want to do it, but
I mean, there's more options than just that. You also have that like dice that you still have yet to roll. That you got like 70 sessions ago, threw it in your bag, and was like, "I'm never gonna look at this again."
Fuck! Shit, the
Wait.
fucking bone.
Wait, which
Yeah.
dice?
The
Or
knuckle
or
bone.
is it the metal dice?
The fucking knuckle bone.
Oh, great, the knuckle bone.
Oh god. Granny Gray's going to, or not Granny Gray, fucking Baba Yaga's gonna fucking eat me.
It wasn't Baba Yaga that gave it. It was the
Was it
mystery
not?
salesman. It was the mystery salesman.
Oh, you right.
He's the one that gave me the amulet that caused the apocalypse.
Yeah, it was Mario the Merchant.
We're not getting that right now. Let me not get that right now.
How do we go from knuckle dice to the amulet that's gonna cause the apocalypse? How did we get there?
Oh no, that did
Well,
cause
it
the
is
apocalypse. It
was
did
like-
do it.
It did do that. It was because of a wish that I made. I didn't realize that it gave me 4 possible options. One of them was instant death.
A 25% chance of instant death.
I made a wish. It was an amulet of wish granting. I got 2 wishes. One worked out good. The other one not so much. So
One
Educated
brought
wish.
the
Gotcha.
yeah.
You know
Weird
it's bad when
how-
your DM goes, "Can you repeat what you just said to me? Can you repeat what? Can you repeat what just
What?
came out of your fucking mouth?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, I said this," and you're like, "Yeah, that's what I fucking thought you said." All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Welcome to the shit show.
All right.
listen, I already caused the apocalypse just by rolling just general dice on a roll of randomness. So the possibilities are endless.
I'm gonna have to roll that
Possibilities are
damn
endless.
knuckle dice. God damn it.
I can't wait.
Oh.
All right. So, looks like we are getting back onto the path once more.
Fuck, see, how you gonna stress me out like this and then put me back in the damn
The stress
put
is
me
good.
back
I'll
in
get
the-
you to rolling better.
Shit. What are we doing?
Look.
All right, we're starting with the OG.
Look, if anything,
Okay.
this is just showing how when we had that talk on Sunday about this game, and I went, "Hey, here's an event that's probably going to happen, and I'm scheduling this event out for 40 sessions," and your response was, "Fuck you, go kill yourself." How
That
dare
was
you
not
put me
what
in
I
this
said.
situation?
That's not
Like, how
what I said, but I did
like,
say
how
that
dare
second
you?
part. I did say that.
Like, how dare you do this? You bad man. It's been one session. You leave those
Man.
poor kids alone.
Bad man, you leave my children alone.
All right. So the party has gathered underneath this bridge as Jayce and Jackie watch as Sibbly and Percy are approaching. 2 old veterans shadowing over somebody who has something to prove and nothing to lose. Do you guys say anything before you bounce out on your quest?
You just see Sibley walking up, frazzled as fuck, like still contemplating over every little bit that she heard from Percy. Just and she's
Just
gonna
like-
look at Jackie. She's gonna look at Jackie and not even at the other person yet, but just look at Jackie and go, "Well, we're here. We're ready to go. Hopefully you are too. Yeah. Who's this?" And she's gonna just gaze over at the person beside you without like turning her body.
I'll take
Scott.
a confident step forward. Just say, I just extend a hand. I say, you can call me Nola. I said, the next great thief in the land.
She's
I just
gonna
wait to see how.
She's gonna slowly extend her hand out, and you're gonna kind of watch her lift her head up. Like her chin kind of goes up a little bit as she
I,
like looks you up and down and goes, Nola?
no lawn.
Interesting. Nolan.
No lawn.
Gotcha.
I put my hand, like clasp hands, put my hand over your hand. I say, "Don't look so nervous, dear." I say, "This isn't the first." I look over. I was like, "This isn't your first heist, right?" I look over at Jackie. I said, "This isn't their first heist, right?"
Heist is a word for it, Milan.
I thought for a second there you said Nolar, and I was like, that's only 2 letters off of Nell's ear. I was like, did he do that on
No.
purpose?
No. And I said, I look over at Persephone. I look kind of between the two, and I say, "Well, don't look so nervous." That would say that the nerves are bad for split decision making. I say, if we're gonna have to bounce out of places, unfortunately, I probably can't look after some greenhorns. You guys are gonna be all right out there, right?
Are you saying greenhorns out loud? Just like I'm asking this out of character.
Yep.
You do say that like you do say that like out loud.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sibley will quickly take her hand away and go, if you think for a second that I'm a greenhorn, you have another thing coming.
I just start opening the
My
grate.
apologies.
Yes.
It's like, well, let's see how we handle ourselves out there.
Just know that I'll be the one making sure that you come back.
I say, if you are watching my back, I feel like I won't have anything to worry about.
All right.
Jackie's
With
like,
that-
Into the grate. Into the grate. Gotta go. We're burning precious stars.
Percy, let's go.
All right. With that, you all hop into the grate and proceed to go through Vesturin's sewer system on a way out of town. You find your way out with not really a hitch in your giddy up. You'll hear the random things living around in the sewer as you're maneuvering around, including what sounds like something in a far off tunnel wiggling and then saying, "Shut up!" and then running down the other way of the path. Those who know know. That's all I needed was the shut up on that one. But you find yourselves out of town and outside the outside walls. And Jackie, you know that the way to get to where you need to go is northwest, heading towards the mountain ranges that sit out towards the old lands. As you pass through the few farmlands that sit along the side, you see arrangement of cattle and farm creatures, as well as farmland that stretches for a little bit outside of the city of Vesturin, mainly to procure any things that the town would need and produce its own produce. It was one of the efforts that was put into play by the older Council of Six, the God Hand, before they had fallen out, the Council of Five, mainly to try and feed the city and become more self-sufficient. And now, though a lot of farmland lays waste from the attacks of the primals, it's repopulating enough to where it can continue to sow crops and food. Do you guys have any transportation to get from point A to point B? Looking for a time frame of how long we're planning on being out, how many random encounters I want to
throw at you guys and what kind of terra and fauna I want to give you. We live in a time where cars and bikes are a thing.
Yeah, because I was like, I think what Jackie would have had kind of planned, especially like throughout that night, knowing that he had to make this cut first. As soon as they would get about out of the sewer system and get off into the land before it gets into the moat, there would be probably a gillied up vehicle that is like hidden out, and he would just start removing that stuff just so that they could get that vehicle going.
So we pull off some of the fauna to make the vehicle drivable, and we hit the open road. With that, being in a car, I'm not going to worry too much about random encounters. We will only worry about the mission at hand and where we find it. I've got
I'm sure there's going to be some kind of track.
What's up?
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure there will be some tracks. Surely that car wouldn't be able to go exactly where we need to go. They'll get us there, though, faster.
It'll get you to where you're going. But, alright, looking for tokens for our group. We have the Cleric for Sibbly. Boom. Things I didn't have, because I kind of figured we would stall out. We have a token for Jackie. And then, I know they have one in here somewhere. Boom. For Jayce. I hope I spelled Jayce and not Joyce. Cool, I did it.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And then we got ourselves a ranger for Percy. That I absolutely butchered the spelling on. Let's see if I did better. Okay, I tapped all of the keys I possibly could have for that. I will allow you guys to arrange your marching order as you guys get closer and closer to your destination of note. And while you do, I will start. Damn it, I just missed him. I thought I had him, and it turned out I didn't.
Everyone's rolling under 10s right now. Can't catch that net.
It's like I'm leaving just enough of a gap between my fingers that he's sliding through.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got some. Let's choose a better color, please. All right.
So has this been like a couple days of traveling?
It's going to take you the better part of a day to get out here, so you're probably going to want to camp before you can get in.
Yeah.
So there is going to be a campfire scene before we manage to hit this one, which we can actually get to right now if you guys would like. This way we're not waiting for me to build a map.
Gotcha. Alright. So, I take it within our travel, we're starting to get to the point where maybe sunrise is probably 3 hours away.
Roughly, yeah. As you're starting to get there, you're going to want to start booking up for a camp now while you still have the car and can shade the car, and then you're going to have to walk the rest of the way to get to where you're going.
Yeah. So that's practically what Jackie does. He just kind of looks over his shoulder, looking at Percy as he kind of sees a bit of the clouds, getting a bit of the haze from the sun about to be coming up soon. And starts pulling the car over to the side and getting it a little bit into the rough. All right. Well, we're gonna have to start camping now. We're at least, let's say, a 3-hour trek from here. The car's not gonna make it up that way any further. So we'll have to rest here until the next night.
Every throughout the day. It's a little odd. I'll manage.
I look at Sibley. You can thank Sibley for that.
Well, you'll enjoy the backup.
It is extra heads, I guess. Not what I expected, but extra heads. I get out of the vehicle and I start going around to kind of grab a bit of the camping gear in the back of it.
Where you guys have nestled up for your camping ground, you'll take note that there is a lot of junk that seems to be littering these woods these days. It looks like an airship blew up like a long time ago, and nobody bothered to come out and recollect the parts for the airship. In it, however, there seems to be like the airship jet engines that would like maneuver it forward have been chewed up and have been eaten and consumed by something. These consumptions happened quite a while ago. There's no more electricity flowing through any of this gear work. Batteries have long since dead. And one of the things that you take note of, if anybody is going around and taking a look at any of this, is inside one of the jet engines is a decayed puppy corpse. The meat is still, there's like still a little bit of meat on the bones, but it's been dead for a while inside this jet engine. One of the big things that you notice about it, however, is that the rib cage isn't right. It looks expanded, like something blew it up. Or like it was holding something bigger than itself.
But it's not been torn apart by this
Yeah.
like engine would suggest.
Yeah, even in another weird sense, it seems like some of the bones were fused together. Like as if somebody had welded something into the bones.
Can I roll an investigation just to see?
Sure.
If it was placed here, like what, for what reason would it have been placed? Was this just a dump? Was this just a convenient dump site? Was this a, like, what is the situation here?
Sure, go ahead and make a roll for that investigation.
I think while you're doing
That's
that,
not
that's
good.
Jackie is mostly still like catering to the idea of just getting the camp set, getting a place where the fires can be.
It's a 7. I rolled a 5.
Oh, God. You're getting it out now. You're getting it out
I'll get
now.
through the right. Getting
Your call.
through
Did you want me
this
to roll
day.
some ducks?
I'm gonna kill one of your characters. It's just a question of which one.
Oh God, kill this one.
It ain't
Oh,
looking.
God.
If you keep rolling like
Put him
this,
at
it
it.
ain't looking too good.
Put him out of his misery early.
So, Jackie begins getting up a campfire, starting to set up, and there are a couple odds and ends out here that you could use to kind of fortify yourself out here, Jackie, if you wanted to. One of the things that you know kind of keeps a low light so that you wouldn't be spotted is if one of these fuel tanks happens to have a little bit of extra juice in it, you could pour a little bit of that on the log, and when it soaks into the log and it ignites, it'll create a light blue flame. It'll still give the same heat and warmth, but it reflects less light to make it harder for you guys to spot, especially given the fact that, you know, we're cresting into the daylight hours as well. That'll basically hit off with the UV lights to make the flame basically invisible.
So I don't know if you want to do that. As for you, Jayce, I'm just gonna give you more description of the dog. You don't know how it got here. It's weird in the way that it's here in the first place. You notice that its jaw is split right here in the on the bottom of its jaw, and it has burn marks on the inner part of its jaw and the inner parts of its teeth. The nostrils themselves also look burned, and it looks like it had heavy water damage at the muzzle of this pup.
There were burns like from its nose.
Its nose and its mouth, and in those same areas, heavy water damage. And the jaw is split right in the center, where it looks like the dog's jaw can unhinge, almost predator style.
So,
It's strange.
out of curiosity, since he's been standing there for a little while, did you, Nolan? It's gonna bug the shit out of me. Yeah. It's gonna bug the shit out of me and you gave
Here,
a different name.
I will
I was
help
like,
you. I will help you mildly.
No, you're fine. I remember it. It's just gonna bug the shit out of me that I'm gonna have to call him a different name.
We gotta keep like 3 disguises deep.
I know. Am I gonna? Is Nolan, like, are you standing outside of it, looking in? Because obviously this is in the jet engine itself, like deep into, like back inside it. Are you standing outside of it, just kind of looking inside?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go too far in.
Okay, so
if
you've been
I-
standing there for a little while. Sibley's gonna kind of take note of that at this point and probably walk over to kind of investigate like why he's over there, like what's caught his attention at this point. And walk over to investigate.
Yeah, just looks like something weird went on at this site. Some kind of dog. I can't really tell from back here. I don't think I want to go so far deep, but it looks like it's been singed and waterlogged and its jaw split. I don't know what kind of thing. I don't know what kind of fight it might have had with somebody.
Sibley at that point, she's gonna look in and she's gonna go, well, yeah. And is the jet engine broken apart enough for you to for Sibley to just blatantly just kind of,
Yeah, totally.
because she's not afraid of death or dying or anything like that in the first place, so
Yeah,
she's just gonna look at him and be like, okay. So she's straight up gonna look at him and be like, seriously? You're afraid to go farther in? And she's literally going to blatantly climb in like it's absolutely fucking nothing and walk in to investigate further.
This thing is sound. You just reach out and you just keep walking. And I'm just like, I just look out of the thing for Jackie. I'm just like,
I'm building a tent now, like looking over what's Percy up to.
She's like walking around, like looking at her surroundings. You kind of see like some of the bats kind of like, fly out of her cloak and then like find like a branch to hang on to. Who, just checking, like trying to see like what kind of animals, what kind of, I guess it's like a normally travel trail kind of.
Go ahead and give me a survival check. I think 5e has those.
Yep. Okay. Let's go. If I can grab my dice. Natural 20.
hey, there we go.
You see some footprints, and these footprints resemble that of a dog's print. But there's an issue. You get curious, and you take your hand and you measure your hand up to the print of the dog, and your hand fits inside the dog's footprint. And it hasn't rained for days, but this ground is wet where the dog stepped. No, it's not piss. It's water.
Always.
Guys, I think we might need to consider looking for a different area to camp.
What makes you say
Leave
that?
it.
We don't have much time to make any other adjustment. We can't go any further with the car. If anything, we'd be driving further away from where we need to be.
I'd scream into the, well, not scream, saying to the engine. I say, see, we gotta go. See, it's not worth getting in there. We can see enough from here.
And Sibley,
What?
you now have the dog in your hand at this point as you turn around. It is various stages of decomposed, so it just kind of in your hand. You see some meat fall off of the bone and hit the ground.
She's just gonna carry it to the backside where Nolan is and be like, "See, there's nothing wrong with death."
God,
Like, that way she can get like a better look at it to see if there's anything in particular she can deduce from like what is with this dog. Like, why is it so distorted from anything that they've seen before?
Oh, well, let's get on that. Let's see an investigation check.
Mm, 18.
Where was these rolls the entire Tree of Ravens campaign?
Fuck if I know.
So,
Simple. Anthony is our sacrifice.
yeah, that's fine. Like, I will take the bad rolls.
Sibley,
That's why you failed your test.
as you're analyzing this dog and you see the welded skeleton, you see the heat damage from the face and mouth and water damage. This dog is natural. It was made this way. This is a mutant you're holding. This isn't something that was thrown here as a matter of fact. No, this dog just so happened to die. It belongs out here. It seems
Gonna
that whatever was powering that airship mutated some of the life that was in this nearby area. And this puppy just so happens to be a little bit of that design.
The puppy usually.
mm.
Mind you, this puppy skeleton that you're holding, and you're pretty versed on size and health of dogs. They're not rare inside of Vesturin. All of its skeletal structure is telling you that it is a puppy, like just born puppy, not even a year-old puppy. It's about the size of a small Shiba Inu.
Look.
You'll see Nolan go from this kind of like goof you've been with get a little serious and said, "A puppy? What is a pup? There's a mom." And then he'll immediately get out the engine and go to Persephone. You said, "What did you see out here?"
Just a dog print
Where? Let me see.
right here.
And then I go and see it's
This tent's really
Bigger
hard
than
to
me.
let the corners up by yourself, but I'll manage while everyone frolics around.
Jackie's not giving a crap. It's like, we are staying here.
I've
Is that
traveled
where
out
we're
here a
going?
lot of
I already
times.
got the
I'm
fire.
just like,
I already got the tent. I am not doing this over again.
literally, that's my whole
Got
mindset.
all the
I'm just like,
legs
I'm trying
out.
to put things together, like waiting for that lending hand, and everybody's like, dead dog.
It's like fucking whatever. It's like I already got all the legs out. It's not going back.
Yeah, it's like it's already in. You know, it's
Jackie is the dad who's putting up the tent while everybody else is poking the obviously dead body in the creek with a stick.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think at like some point, like Jackie's like nailing that thing to hold it tight, and it's like, can you make sure it's okay on that side? Oh yeah, that's right.
Talking to himself.
Yeah, no, Atlas, everything is fine.
Hugging out. He's like, yeah, I got it.
All right, I got it. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out.
But yeah, you head over to the paw print that Persephone has while you hear Jackie muttering to himself, no respect and no help. He's out here for you assholes.
Yeah. That's a fucking nice tent. Thank you.
It's like, well, I really hope this tent lasts. Whatever is out here seems big.
There's a lot of things out here. There is a lot of things. Hence the reason that we're trying to huddle down. Don't mess with anything. They won't mess with you.
I say, are we sure? Should we do something about the corpse over there?
Well, and I look at Sibley. Probably messing with remains was probably the worst decision.
It's like, see, you didn't have to go into the engine.
Sibley's gonna kind of poke her head out. Well, I can put it back.
Please do. I can smell it from here.
Is there a creek nearby? Because you're gonna smell it on me.
There is no creek nearby.
If you go ahead and you make your way towards that bank on the other side, you will find a creek. Do what you will. I suggest, Nolan, if you want to go with her. I still have this to figure out.
I really don't. Do you need help with the tent? I can help you with the tent.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
I'll go with you. Sue.
No, I got
Thank you,
it.
Percy. Thank you.
It's like, yes, buddy system and all that.
I don't think.
I'm starting to not see the buddy in it, though.
She's gonna crawl back in the engine and like make her way back to fucking put this dog back down as it fucking starts falling apart.
Making my way
It's
downtown.
back. Don't know
And
it's
you
all back, but
place the pupper back down where it was consumed at, and head back out, leaving with Percy to go and get washed up as the sun begins to start peeking out of the clouds and threatening. And with that, unless there's anything else you guys would like to do, we shall rest for the night and then move on to the next scene.
Rest for the day.
The day,
she's gonna
yeah,
start
true.
walking back with Percy and go, well, I don't know if I got all the fucking smell off me because I still think I stink.
I give her a sniff.
You can still smell death on her, but like it's better than it was before. Also, Jayce, you are mildly alarmed that you put your foot into that paw print, and your foot is still smaller than that paw print.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate it. I am concerned. Now you're concerned, so maybe I'll start rolling. Well,
Nalzier's just sitting in the campaign, just having looking at Aghanim, being like, "Listen, what the fuck? How does that even work?"
Scroll is gone. Scroll is gone interdimensional. All my characters' worries just compiled there.
Did you just flush? Huh. We weren't supposed to flush.
Yes,
Well,
It-
not
it
until he
smells
comes back
better.
and gets his thing.
I'm back there
He
sniffing
never
each
came
other.
back to get his thing. It's
Just
still
like Jackie,
outside.
I don't know about this.
Well,
You
I
don't know
guess I
about
got to
what?
know
The
if my
fact that
cat
we
could be
have
flushing.
extra heads and extra hands to help us with a goddamn tent.
Can you go
And
check
you
It's
it
like,
want to
out?
hey,
complain
I
that they're
got
smelling
Just
each other.
now, down there.
I got the side there for you.
Can you go downstairs?
Okay.
Pee is still there.
Did you make sure to do it while I was on this side so that it was making sure that it
Yes,
was
it was
around?
hot.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So I'm gonna need a swift second. I have to go investigate something. I'll be back in all of 60.
He's got a squirrel in the
Okey-dokey.
house.
He's got a squirrel in the house, is that what I heard?
It's a
Yes,
possibility.
it's extremely possible.
Meanwhile, we get to RP around the campfire without the DM here.
Yes, yeah.
Time to bullshit.
Oh man, it's time to vamp.
Alright. I look over at Percy for sure and be like, I don't know what you would like before the sunrise comes up. Do you have like a balm or like do you have like something that helps with your skin if you were to be caught in the sun?
Well, I'm only a damp here. I'm only half dead. The sun doesn't bother me that much. It tingles, but it doesn't bother me that much. I thought we were only sneaking
Never
it around
bothered
at
me
night.
anyway.
I thought we were only sneaking at night because of cover.
I look over at Sibley. Listen, I don't know Percy. That would have been great information to know.
Well, you didn't ask.
Head. To just
You're right. I didn't ask. I'll
Like,
learn that
yeah,
next time.
I feel like it's kind of racist of you just to assume that I can.
You know, I'm gonna assume you're
He's
saying shit
just
just to say
gonna-
shit.
he said, "Well, fuck me for trying to be a commentator."
We're pulling the race card all of a sudden. We're pulling a race card. I guess so, but I was more just trying to think about the means of the fact that I wasn't aware you were going to be coming along, and when I saw some familiar eyes, I immediately was like, not going to ask, and I was going to assume more for your safety. There's a tent, in case you need it. If you're not problem by it, then fine.
Greatly appreciated.
Okay. Then if you're fine with the light, we may only need to sleep for probably 4 or 5 hours if you're all fine with that.
Maybe for you, but I mean, I don't get my spell back until like after a long rest.
What spells did you use?
To heal a pigeon.
What? What did you say?
Listen, I only got 3 spell slots. I already used 2 of them.
You just did.
I just, it's more funny to me to imagine from the point of view of a character going like, you need the rest in order to get your spells back. Makes sense. Like, that's just the cognitive how the world works. But you being like, I need to do that. And it's like, we're in the middle of the night. There was nothing we were doing. Why did you use spells?
Yeah.
It's like when.
Listen, I used a spell to heal a pigeon, and I also used a spell to follow your friend. So.
Oh, fucking hell.
In my head,
You know
I'm
what?
like,
I
"Ah,
said
that's
I
a
didn't
good
want to know, Percy. I didn't want to know. You know what?
I'm never leaving the
didn't
city
ask.
again. I'm never leaving the city again.
I take it you didn't ask.
I again look at Jackie and I say, "See, they're doing unnecessary things. I don't know if this is gonna work,
Incredibly
man."
so. There's some incredible unnecessary things happening.
No.
Incredible.
See, Jackie, I didn't ask because I didn't want to know.
Okay.
Because I
didn't
don't
think I didn't
want to
think
know.
what I didn't ask wasn't a need to know basis.
We have that at least.
All right. So I look at Percy. You need a long rest. All right. I get it. I will be first watch then. So I'll be out here. You all get the rest you need. And who wants to be second watch?
I can take up second watch. I'm used to it.
Okay.
Whoever we need.
And Sibley will be second watch. We should only need 2 watchers tonight, so the ones between will get enough rest they need.
Sounds good.
All right. With that, first watch was Nolan.
Jackie.
Jackie. Okay.
And then Sibley.
All right. So Jackie, go ahead and roll me a d6.
A D6. Okay.
Oh boy.
6.
All right. It's been a while since you've been up here. A long, long while. And as you're sitting there just trying to kill time, putting away the net, putting up the tent, after putting up the tent and getting everything squared away, you start to find yourself roaming about, just trying to take it in again. It's not too terribly long before you start noticing things that aren't right. It looks like an airship crashing isn't the first odd thing that has come through here. In fact, it looks like some odd things came through here rather recently. You see the tracks of what appears to be a hunting party, maybe a group of heroes. But they're old. Been probably about a month since they've been out. But unfortunately, when people go stomping through a land, the damage is done. And it irreparably changes the land. You see things trying to grow to reshape itself. But it's clear that something else was out here. I will leave you with that. If there's anything you'd like to do with it, let me know. If not, that is your discovery. And we'll go to the second watch.
I think that kind of plays a little bit of a sting in this back of his mind, thinking about his past before Vesturin. Thinking about how we've all just make treks that just cannot go away and the damage is done. I think that kind of sticks with him a little bit. I don't think he feels any fear or danger over what could be out here, because just as much as humanity builds walls, they built dens.
Okay. And would Jackie be reliving any memories of being out here? Potentially with someone who's close to him, or was close to him?
I think painfully so he would, and that would be his little sister. Way before the airship crashing out in this way, where up on the knoll side there used to be what is now just like probably 5 to 7 trees on it. Is used to be like at least 70. Used to hide in the woods, and just had no real fear around nature. It was as if it was just a little piece of Eden.
As you hear the sounds of laughter of your little sister echoing through these foothills, you find yourself returning to camp and your watch ending. And Sibbly, as you take the second watch, go ahead and roll me a d6.
3.
It was
Sibbly,
beautiful for me.
as you sit there trying to watch out for anything that might be going on in the meantime, you feel yourself almost unnaturally tense. Like something is watching you, something is gauging your group. You feel your hand tighten around your weapon instinctively before you hear and you look up in the sky and see a pigeon flying through the air. And at first your heart skips a beat and you're like, no! And then it passes you by and you're like, oh. And that definitely made your heart jump, but it definitely didn't dissuade the feeling. I will leave you with that, unless you'd like to do something about it. With that, the watches will come to an end, and we'll move to the next scene.
Let's say the only thing she might do is kind of get up and just, instead of kind of sitting there with her watch, it would cause her to pace around the campsite, like out the outskirts of the campsite.
With that, where does Sibley's mind travel to on this mission to save her father? Does she find herself wandering in her own mind's palace?
It probably wanders back to thinking about the gentleman her mother spoke about back at the inn that her mother was worried about, hoping that everything is still okay.
Okay.
But other than that,
With that,
just keeping an eye out.
With that, the watches come to an end, and you are all free to move about in the middle of the night. You'll take note that I've crafted a bit of a map for you. Those yellow spots on the map are trees. I'm colorblind, so I put them in a color that which I could see against the green. And the blue are patches of bliss. Your prize for coming up here. You are free to explore this area as much as you would like. One of the cool things about it is that you know that there are no airship parts that have landed here. Though, Jackie, you do still see the footfalls and pathways that the heroes carved through here. Looks like some of them, for some reason, started taking swipes at trees. Why? You don't know. This tree over here looks particularly damaged by both blade and spell. And what's more, the heroes didn't leave empty-handed. They definitely took some of the bliss.
Now, would this be close to the spot he knows where it's at, or is this just kind of sparing? Like, this is the spot where, like, some of it grows, but not completely.
This is a patch of easy grass, something that has blown downhill. It's not your family's spot. It's pretty fucking close, but it's not your family's spot. But as with all flowers, they tend to germinate, and this just seems to be some patches that came down the hill.
Okay. I guess the first thing that Jackie would probably do is getting up close to the Bliss, I would check some of the petals to make sure no blight was in any of them. Um, Making sure that the stems are still rigid and nothing to be like ruined in the roots. No, like Japanese beetle type of thing, where making sure that nothing is ruining the flora in any way.
The patch that you're currently looking at does have some trample markings. There are creatures that have been maneuvering through here, and you do see stems of broken bliss flowers. Bliss also really grows in blue, like blue. And these are a brilliant blue, except for the ones that have been stepped on. They've kind of turned to a murky green, showing that some of the magic and mana that was in them has kind of flown out of them. And something that is kind of catching your attention, and I'm just going to put a little marker on the map, is that right here where I'm circling is a patch of red bliss. And that's not normal.
I take a little bit more note around the area, such as like the whole gouging in the tree up in that area and everything. And I'm going to make direction and try to come up on this red patching.
Okay. Jackie, as you're beginning to move forward, you begin to feel something, a sense that you're not alone. And Sibbly, that feeling that you were getting earlier of being watched is intensifying. Jayce, being a prowler in the night yourself, you feel yourself kind of go on high alert, and you start hearing rustlings in the trees along the sides. You don't know how many, but something is out here with you. And Percy, with your bats kind of circling the area trying to make sure that things are in proper order, you're getting reports back that there's things crawling around the ground, crawling along the ground.
Guys, there's something approaching.
Turn back to her, and I said, "Shh."
And with that as well, Percy, the things that are approaching are zeroing in on Jackie. Jackie, as you move closer to that patch of bliss, you start taking note that the ground here is uneven. Some of the bliss had turned green and then remolded around what looks like some type of a form, and that form turned the rest of them red. As one begins to crest into view. Then two. Then three. And Jackie, as you proceed to look up, you see across the way, staring at you, is a large wolf. Its chest cavity, which would normally be almost a slender barrel shape, looks like it has engines on both sides of it, canisters, mutations, and coming up from the crack of their maw, the purses of their lips, you see steam rising from their mouths. And with that, it is now 11:40. You all asked me to end at 11:30, so that looks like a good place to end our session for today.
Dude.
Tune in next 2 weeks.
Good cliffhanger. Jesus Christ.
These are a homebrew that I have created, and they are Steam Wolves.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jesus Christ, my guy.
So
That's
we'll
pretty fucking metal.
I mean, technically. They are mutated with old engines.
Man, I'm trying to like conjure up the image in my mind. Oh,
All I
man.
kept seeing was. Can't say it because I know he's still alive and.
Okay,
But-
so real quick, let's do the closing comments. Anybody have something that they want
Yeah.
to pitch, and then I will end the lives, and we can say whatever the hell we want because people won't be hearing us.
Right.
So, anything anybody wants to promote today? Good talk.
Good work,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, if
All
you want to
right.
know more about us, like, watch the first episode. What are you doing?
Yeah, man.
Right.
Get in here. Just get into it.
Like, if you guys are watching on my Monday games, those are fun-filled episodes of Happy and Whimsy. And it's going to be fun. If you're watching on my Tuesday games, I'm going to kill these fuckers. And they know I'm going to kill them. And that's why they keep showing
And their
up.
parents and siblings
We have fear in
too.
our eyes.
Because they can't afford therapy. So they come here.
This is true. With these roles, I think I'm pretty ready to die. I think I've fully accepted death. I think we're good there.
He's like,
Sunday
He's
we
like
don't-
that guy standing waiting for the arrows to hit him.
and he's
Yeah,
like-
I feel like it'll help me cope with Nowzier's death. I think it'll be helpful.
And he's like, can we just play like a little bit longer? Just a little bit longer? It'll be fine. Let's just kill Jayce real quick.
Not
Like,
even.
then Nowzier will live.
No, but see, the problem is you have a death cleric that doesn't allow death. So see,
Oh,
you
so that's-
won't
Except for-
die.
Except for her good friend who is part dead.
Half,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's already kind of done.
God, I can't wait until you start seeing some shit from this fight. I got so much still in store. It'll be fun. But until then,
Jesus.
peace, folks. I'm ending these lives.